live. Okay. We are live now.
Nice.
1 second. I want to see that people are coming. Too much tech.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Let's record it. Yes. So I make it small so people can see us. Next time I made a Zoom and Sultan Pasha didn't put his face on the camera, so I have a face. I have a Zoom. I have a live with myself and sound from face.
Yeah.
So now I want to check that everyone is hearing. Good.
Yeah,
I can see people are coming. Nice. So first of all, thank you for coming. It's not something that is I respect it very much. I know you're busy. I know you have like a big brand, and I remember you 3 years ago, I think, in COVID, you made with Clara a live how perfume is made.
Yeah.
And I was in. I couldn't smell the stuff that you were smelling because it was without shipping, but
Yeah.
say hey. שלום לכולם, תודה שבאתם. Every now and then I'm going to translate to people because the aim is we have so much stuff in English and other language, but not in Hebrew. So the purpose is to bring them the stuff that they don't know because everyone talks about so many brands and not the indie interesting stuff.
Nice. Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you. So, Josh, do you want to tell us what is your brand, how you arrived to this? Because I know you was working on art, in art.
Yeah. So my brand is Libertine Fragrance. Just about 10 years ago, started the brand. I was in design school, so working on sort of product and furniture design. It was basically, I didn't wear a lot of perfume before that point. The retail availability in where I am in Canada is not great, and didn't know about a lot of interesting indie brands at the time. So started with design and then just got into the idea of more a home sense, incense and just how items for the home are scented, and just totally fell in love with perfume formulation. And then from there, imagined what a brand could look like, imagined sort of positioning and whatnot. And was honestly mostly just a way of distracting myself from classes that I had to take in school. And yeah, so it became sort of a school project slash a little bit of just distraction. And then when I graduated, the business had launched in a very small capacity. So.
אוקיי, אז בעצם הוא התחיל לפני 10 שנים, הוא היה מעצב רהיטים, אני חושבת שזה נקרא גם מעצב תעשייתי, והוא לא ממש היה משתמש בהרבה פסמים, וגם הוא לא ממש, אין הרבה מותגים שמגיעים לאזור שהוא נמצא בקנדה. לעסק שלו קוראים ליברטין פרגרנס, וכשהוא התחיל את זה, אז הוא התחיל את זה בתור רעיון לבשם דווקא חללים, מוצרים לבית, ואז הוא פשוט התאהב בדרך שבה עושים פורמולציות, בדרך שבה מכינים בכלל פסמים, והוא החליט שהוא הולך על זה. Okay, so I smelled a lot of your perfume, and I must say that, well, they're amazing, because not usually we found indie stuff or people who told themselves and the perfume are actually nice. So they're very diffusing, very nice, and I fell in love, and I will order it, of course, with Lucky Day. Can you tell me about this smell, about this perfume?
Of course, yeah. So Lucky Days is very new. It's brand new. It just launched this month. So it's our newest release. Before that, it was Gilded, which was 3 years ago. It was right before COVID. So Lucky Days is really just imagining kind of, I wanted a scent to capture the emotion and the feeling of easiness of finding luck, even if you're maybe not feeling it all the time, just being able to spray something on you that feels easy and lucky and allows you to see all those little moments of luck and beauty around you. So it's very Orange Blossom, which I think is just one of the easiest, just prettiest, most carefree notes. So Orange Blossom, some citrus notes, it does, and then petitgrain as well. So the orange tree leaf, and then there's a little bit of musk in the base and some vetiver to ground things, but it's mostly just that straight up Orange Blossom.
אז שאלתי אותו לגבי אחד הפסמים, אני למשל נורא אהבתי בושם שנקרא Lucky Days, והוא אמר שהבושם הזה הוא בעיקר, הוא דווקא חדש, אחד לפניו נקרא Gilded, שאנחנו תכף נדבר עליו, כי הוא נורא מיושן ומעניין, ודווקא יש במה שאני אהבתי, יש דווקא המון פריחת תפוז ווטיבר ומשהו קצת מסקי. Yes, because when I smelled it, it was, usually I smell without looking at the notes because I don't want to be distracted with what you say, but I really feel joy. I mean, I really feel something happy inside of me, and I guess it's the orange.
Good, yeah.
A good one. I guess it's like a good orange blossom. Someone is asking, what is your first perfume, and why you started with the first one? I mean, what is the first one, and why him?
Yeah.
Sorry for my English. I'm sorry.
No, good. I had a few scents when I was playing around. There was a number of just things that didn't end up making the cut into the lineup in its first iteration. So lots of tests that were sort of me building skill, and then the first two that were launched with were Softwoods and Sex and Jasmine, which are still in the line, and still
Amazing.
Some of the most loved. And I feel like there was a kind of energy I was capturing then that really just spoke through me. So I think they're even better than they should be for it being some of my first, but very glad that people like them.
אוקיי, אז הראשון שלו היה בעצם Softwoods ירדן. יש לך את הפסמים ירדן? אתה פשוט חייב, Softwoods מאלף, וסקס אנד ג'זמין, גם מטריף את הדעת, אני חושבת שדיברתי עליהם בלייב שעשיתי, והם שניים הראשונים, והם עדיין בסט סלר, זאת אומרת, וזה די מפתיע, כי זה אומר, בעצם שמתי פה את כל האנרגיות של ההתחלה שלי, וכנראה זה מה שהפך אותם. Yes, it's really interesting, because usually when we start, we get better, we improve, we go back to our stuff and say, did I make it? No, I should put this and this too much, and maybe this could be softener and round it up, and I would never know that those was your first. They're really like amazing. And I think it's another question that I want to ask you is, do you think that being a long time in the field and smelling and making formula is reducing creativity, or it's keeping you on your toe?
It's a great question. I think there's been sort of periods of, just different struggles. Sometimes when I think those first two, really, it was all about, smelling with a new nose and not being totally sure technically what I was doing. And it has gotten harder since I've been trying to do more technical things, but sometimes, some formulas come very easily. Sometimes there's more of like a challenge that you're really trying to work through, that is just, tests the limit of your kind of technical capacity. But so it sort of comes and goes.
אוקיי, אז בעצם שאלתי אותו, האם יש משהו בזה שכשאתה מתחיל אז אתה עושה דברים ככה מתוך הרגש, מתוך המחשבה, ואם הוא מרגיש שככל שהוא ישתפר עם השנים, אז יש בעצם משהו שקצת מוריד מהיצירתיות שלו. כי הרבה פעמים אנחנו חוזרים אחורה לדברים שאנחנו מריחים, ופתאום שעשינו בהתחלה, בתחילת הדרך, ואומרים, מה, באמת עשיתי את זה, זה לא כזה מוצלח, ואולי יש משהו בזה שאני לומד, אז אני צריך לשנות. אז הוא אומר, כן, זה ups and downs, כאילו, יש תקופות שהוא מרגיש יותר יצירתי, יש תקופות שהוא מרגיש פחות, לפעמים דווקא הדברים הטכניים שצריך לעשות, הם אלו שקצת פוגמים, אבל עדיין זה משהו יש תקופות שקצת יותר וקצת פחות. Well, if you saw Fragrance Drama yesterday on Instagram, when he released the cloud with the Baccarat Rouge, then it's a question because, you know, when we saw the ethyl maltol 2% and the Everny like 14, I think, it's like, you should put 14%. Like, it's like, isn't it like a junior mistake? You should put like, and it's amazing. And sometimes those, like you say, when you don't know really what to do technically, maybe this is what's amazing in the industry.
I mean, the like Chanel number 5 as well, sort of the legend of it being sort of accidental, the amount of aldehydes, and it defined, you know, perfume for the next 50 years. So
yeah, definitely. אז הוא בעצם אומר, גם שנל 5 בעצם היה פה איזשהו אוברדוז של ילדים, והוא לגמרי שינה את עולם הפסמים ב-50 שנה הבאות. How you define yourself? Because I know like there's a niche, and in Israel for the last 3 years, people like, I only buy niche, I don't buy designer, designer like, and niche is the best, but niche, indie, designers, self-taught, not self-taught, the owner, the not owner. How do you define yourself? Estee Lauder bought you already? Not yet.
Not yet.
What exactly is your, how do you see it? How you see the perfume industry and your place in it?
I think the Institute of Art and Olfaction and the way that they have their awards is very well set up for defining those categories. So with that, I would fall in the independent kind of indie category, in that, you know, I'm making the perfumes and also the brand manager, owner, that type of thing. Whereas, you know, it's definitely a different scale of business for someone, say like Victor from Zoologist, who's, you know, got a wonderful line, but he's acting as the creative director. Yeah, exactly. And he's, you know, crafting the vision, but other people are doing the perfumes. I think that allows for a large scale of business. And, you know, things saying they're niche, you know, Le Labo or something, they're massive companies, but they're still considered niche. So, I mean, you know, it's just, I don't really feel that I'm on anywhere in the same world. So I'm grateful for it. It allows creativity, but I definitely would not consider myself anywhere near niche just because, you know, yeah, not a Le Labo yet.
Wellstone. אז בעצם שאלתי אותו איפה הוא במקום שלו רואה את עצמו, כי אתם הרבה מדברים על לישה ועל דיזיינר וכן הלאה, ובעצם הקטגוריה הזאת של אני אינדי, זה אומר שאני עושה את הכל לבד, אני זה שהוא בעל המותג, אני הבעלים, אני זה שמכין את הבושם, אני מבקבק, אני עושה את הכל, אני עדיין אין מישהו שהוא המנהל האומנותי ומישהו אחר מכין, אלא אני זה הכל. And it's hard, you know, it's hard to be one person on such a business, to make a perfume, to sell and to stay. How do you keep it? I mean, how do you keep moving? Because I follow you for a long time and I always see your Instagram and you also like reinventing yourself and you make it always very artistic and very fun to watch. So
thank you.
How you can handle it?
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the struggles that I have, and maybe I think it's also one of the things that people do like or connect with, is that I have a very hard time separating the brand from myself. I think if it was, you know, so a lot of, like you said, the personal development that I've been going through or gone through is always reflected in the brand. And I think, you know, it's maybe not the best brand practice for larger businesses, because it's just whatever is in my head. But I mean, it's been almost 10 years. Went from very part-time to just me, and now I am hiring some staff. So I do have some help. But I mean, it's still, you know, it is tricky because now I'm learning to be a business owner in a whole other way where you're managing other people and whatnot. So trying to find time for the creative work is the biggest challenge.
אז שאלתי אותו בעצם איך הוא מסתדר, כי אם אתם תעקבו אחרי האינסטגרם שלו, אתם תראו שהוא פשוט 24/7 סביב המותג, הוא כל הזמן מעלה סרטונים, גם סרטונים של ידע, גם סרטונים מצחיקים, הוא עובד המון, אז הוא בעצם אומר, זה חלק מהקושי הזה להיות בעצם באינדי, כי בעצם אתה לא יכול גם להפריד את עצמך מהעסק שלך, אתה זה העסק, ויש בזה גם קסם מסוים. אז הוא אומר, מה שזה מפריע לפעמים זה באמת להתרכז בחלק הקריאטיבי, כי אתה צריך אחראי על הכל. אז עכשיו רק אחרי 10 שנים הוא הגיע למצב, גם ראיתי שהוא רוצה להעסיק מישהו בניהול סושיאל שלו. Someone is asking, where did you learn?
Yeah, so totally self-taught. You know, the base notes forums and some of the places. Yeah, so
he changed to threads or something.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I felt when I started, which I guess would have been approximately 2011, 2012 was when I first started looking into it. There was a few decent websites similar to Base Notes that had information. I think the Facebook group, the perfume making from Paul Keiler is great. It's a great community. But yes, totally self-taught, just finding resources wherever I can, and then just spending the time, which is really, you know, it's a slower way to, but it is possible.
אז הוא למד לבד, מי שלא יודע, לפני 10 שנים לא היה מה שיש היום, כמו שאני מדברת, כמו שלימור, כמו שרענן, הקורס שהם מציעים היום, דברים שבכלל לא היו רלוונטיים לפני 10-12 שנה. הלמידה של כולנו הייתה למידה מאוד קשה ומאוד לא פשוטה, כי מוצאים דברים שחלקם הם גם שקריים לחלוטין, צריך לדעת לברור את הדברים הנכונים. אז זה לא קל, זה באמת עניין של המון ניסיון. Well, you know, it's funny because for so many years we want to learn, and it's not like you learn one course, okay, now you're a perfumer. No, you need to make so many trials and trials and trials, and even if you know and you hear, okay, to make a rose you need this one, this one, this one, until you make it you never know how to make it, you never know what make it this smell. So the course is just like 1/10 of the journey, I think, and I think your perfume are no way like different from people who taught so much, because I was in events, I think 2 days ago, and I smelled so much perfume, and I say, okay, it's nice, but I wouldn't wear it. I mean, and when I smell Sex and Jasmine, wow, it's like, yes, I want it. I want to put it on my set. So thank you for doing it. Thank you for learning and bring those perfume to us. Thank you. Which one you love? Which one is your favorite? Is your baby?
I think probably Sweetgrass is the one that I always come back to in terms of it feels very true to me, and also I think the formula works really well. It feels like the most technically correct formula, or I don't know, like it feels just like the formula doesn't have that many ingredients. It works really well, whereas a lot of the, you know, it's easy to keep adding things, and yeah, Sweetgrass just came together relatively easily and feels really beautiful. Also, it feels like my home. So
wow. אז הוא אומר שהבושם שהוא הכי אוהב זה בעצם Sweetgrass. גם בגלל someone that I gave her to smell, she said she loved him also.
Oh, awesome.
אז הוא אומר שבעצם זה בעצם הריח שלו, של הבית שלו, של מה שהוא מרגיש הכי מחובר, וגם זה הפורמולה הראשונה שלו שיצא לו בול במקום, בלי הרבה חומרים, בלי הרבה דברים, וזה גם איזשהו משהו מרגש. Someone is asking, what is your favorite note?
I think I love all things incense, both formulating with and so any of the resins, any of the kind of deep, sticky, incensey resins, both to use and to smell.
אז הוא אוהב בעצם את כל הבלסמים, את כל הדברים שהם קשורים ככל שהם דביקים יותר ויותר קשורים לקטורת, זה דווקא הדברים שהוא אוהב. You have like an incense perfume. I'm not sure if it's Gilded or it's the other one, because Gilded also is very smoky and very woody. Which one is the other one with incense? I forgot, I'm sorry.
So yeah, I don't have any that are like gilded would be the closest with the incense. I'm trying to think that like Troubled Spirits has a decent amount of incense and resin in it as well, but also boozy. I don't have any that is just incense.
No, not just incense, but
Yeah.
אז יש לו את Troubled Spirit, שזה בושם שיש בו סוג של אקורד. It's like an accord, right? Because it's not actually incense. כמו אקורד כזה של קטורת, וחוץ מזה יש לו את גילדד שהוא אחד המוצלחים, ממש כאילו עץ, אח, משהו חורפי מעניין. ויש לו גם כתורות באתר. The incense that are on your website, if I remember correctly that I heard you a few years ago, you don't make them, you just sell them, or I'm mistaken and you make also incense now?
Yeah, so we make I do make them.
Okay, so sorry.
Yeah. So yeah, those are all, they're more a little based around kind of like, so I do the formulation of the scent, and it's all, they're usually based around a type of wood. So I really love, you know, the smell of kind of burning woods and stuff as well.
אז הוא גם מכין קטורת, ואפשר גם לקנות קטורות באתר שלו, מי שאוהב עצים וריחות כאלה, אז זה נמצא. So gilded, what can you say? I saw Victor bought it and say it's amazing. Did it bring some sales for him?
Yeah,
I
Victor
hope
is. Yeah, I think so. He's a great Facebook perfume, I guess, connoisseur. Yeah, gilded actually was also the scent that was discussed in Clara's to make a scent video as well, so a talk as well. So yeah, it's the most incense kind of directly. It is a lot of wood, a lot of incense, very sticky, with some immortelle to kind of add a little sweetness to it.
Yeah, we talk about immortelle. I love immortelle.
Yeah, it's a strange note though. It's very, I find it very polarizing. Some people love it and some people find it too strange.
אז גילדד הוא בעצם ריח שהגיע לפני 3 שנים, יש בו המון עץ, ויש בו גם חומר שנקרא אימורטל, שזה סוג של פרח שיש לו ריח נורא כמו של דבש. It's very honey for me. I actually like it. I like it with the wax. I like to add both of them. But it's expensive one. So you put like very expensive material inside. It's not cheap immortelle.
Yeah, but I find it's strong enough too that you don't need too much, luckily.
Yeah. אז בעצם באמת הוא משתמש בדברים שהם מאוד יקרים ומאוד איכותיים. כן, הוא שולח לארץ, הוא שולח לכל הארץ, המשלוח לאתר, האתר בדולר קנדי. Someone said that they are hypnotized from the wall behind you. Go into Facebook, into Instagram, then you see how hypnotized it is. תיכנסו לאינסטגרם שלו ותראו איזה מטורף החדר העבודה שלו.
Yeah, I could do a little bit of an organization of it, but it's nice to have it all.
Who make the pictures? Because I know your picture are very provocative. I know your picture are very, I don't know how even to describe it. They are very artistic, in a very artistic way that actually catch the scent. Who made them? Your picture?
So all the photos on the website currently, I just relaunched with a new look on the website and the new bottles. Those were all mostly done. All the ones with a model were done by a photographer in California. I really love her work. Just really a beautiful kind of capturing of nature and sensuality and all these things. But most of the other photos we'd taken in-house. So I had taken or having some friends help as well.
מהמם. אז הוא אומר בעצם שהוא השתמש בצלם מקליפורניה, ובעצם באמת התמונות, הוא השיק מחדש את המותג שלו, ותסתכלו על הבקבוקים החדשים והמרהיבים שלו. חלק מהתמונות בעצם תופסות את הקשר בין החושניות לטבע. Someone is asking, I was distracted because I was looking what people are writing. Someone is asking, everything is handmade. How many units were your first batch? How do you keep your batches similar?
So I'm trying to think, the first batch, I mean, I was using small, I probably did maybe 200 grams of diluted alcohol, like diluted, fully ready to go. So I was using very small bottles as well. So I think I started with 10 ml bottles. So you can make 20 odd bottles with a batch like that. Now I'm doing 4 to 8 liters at a time of batches, and like I don't sell through them. So it's enough. It keeps me, things nicely aged and stuff when you when you do the bigger batches. But yeah, I mean, I've developed a lot of processes and built a lot of Excel sheets to make sure everything's standardized and keeps smelling the same.
האמת, אני אגיד לך, אבל תדעו, אז הוא אומר שבעצם הבאץ' הראשון שלו היה בעצם 200 מיל, זה נשמע לכם קצת, אבל זה המון, 200 מיל בשביל מישהו שרגיל לעשות, אנחנו עושים דברים 5 מיל, 10 מיל, בשביל לעשות עם עובדים, אז להכין 200 מיל בפעם ראשונה, זה מטורף. והיום הוא כבר מכין 4 קילו, 8 קילו, אז כאילו, אז זה בסדר. והוא למד עם הזמן לעשות כמה סטנדרטיזציה שתועיל לו ולשמור באמת על הדברים. Well, it's funny because when I first made, like, I'm not selling yet my perfume, but I'm going to when I finally say I'm done, but I had to make something like 150 mil, and I was, oh, how do we make 150 mil? It's like, how do we make it? It's like, wow, it took me so much time to work on it, and I was like, wow, I made it. It's crazy. It's funny, but it's a lot for the first time. So when how do you keep on your creativity? I mean, do you see what is good in the market, which new notes are coming, or do you smell any material and then you decide to make a new perfume? How do you think about your next one? Yeah,
it's I usually just get stuck on an idea. It's more of a concept or a note or something like it'll be, I'm not usually very forward looking at the market. It's more of me exploring an idea or a note, or I'll get stuck on, there's a name that I really like. So that hopefully I would love to make a perfume called The Weight of a Shadow. It just felt like an evocative title. And so now, with that concept, trying to build out what does that feel and smell like to me. So working my way through that now, but inspiration comes from all places. I'm more about letting that happen than trying to be, I guess, strategic from a business sense.
אז הוא בעצם, שאלתי אותו, לפי מה הוא מרגיש, איך הבושם הבא שלו, אז הוא אומר, אני לא מסתכל מה יש בשוק, אני חושב לפעמים דווקא הפוך, איך אני רוצה שהשם הזה יקרא, איך אני רוצה שהבושם יקרא, למשל עכשיו אני רוצה בושם שיקרא צל, ועכשיו אני אנסה להכין אותו, אז אני לא בהכרח מונע דווקא מדברים שנמצאים בשוק, אבל אני כן חושב באופן שהוא מסחרי, אבל כן שומר על הקריאטיביות והיצירתיות שלו. And I always ask, if you had like an opportunity, 5 minutes in heaven with any perfumer, anyone that you admire, or maybe you don't, but is there anyone that you would like to know his secrets, how he's working?
I mean, really, I think so. There's so many, I guess there's so many perfumers that it's always hard smelling my own. I know how they're made, but I'm honestly so kind of inspired anytime you smell anything from anyone. There's so many indie perfumers that I love that, just there's seeing the tricks of how someone made an interesting accord is just so beautiful, but it's such a, you can't ask necessarily. For the big people, Sheldrake, I think, would be one, or Jacques Elena, of course, just there's, I think some of those larger perfumers do such a good job of still keeping the product beautiful while working within the budgets of a company, a big company like that, and that's not always true.
Yeah. אז הוא אומר, יש המון בשמים עצמאיים שהם היו מאוד שמח לראות, כאילו הוא מריח והכל ורוצה לדעת איך הם עושים דברים, אבל כמובן שלא שואלים, ויש, אם זה מהגדולים, אז הוא אומר שלדיק או ז'אן קלוד אלנה, ובעצם הוא אומר גם לדעת לעשות דברים בתקציב של בית גדול. זה משהו שהוא לא מובן מאליו, כשאנחנו עובדים לבד אז יש לנו, אוקיי, אז אני אעשה מהאימורטל, אני אעשה מהסנדלווד הטוב, ההודי, אוקיי. אבל הם לא עובדים ככה, הם עובדים בתקציב נורא דל. אז להשיג דברים כאלה במשך שנים על גבי שנים, הוא אומר שזה משהו מאוד מיוחד בעיניו. So what do you wish for your brand to be? How do you see yourself like 5 years from now? Yeah.
So I've been going through a bit of a trademark battle. for the
Yeah,
name.
I know.
Yeah.
Why?
So I was, I'm in Canada. It was very challenging. It's been very challenging for me to get the trademark for the name in the States. So it's really limiting kind of my opportunity to exist there, and grow as a business and do all the things that I want to do. So there may be a name change, even though I just rebranded, there may be a name change in the future if I can get something that allows more freedom. And I
Is
think
there already Libertine in USA?
It's in another trademark category, but the attorneys had said it's too close to be able to apply and get that trademark. So that, yeah, not in perfume, but in other categories. So it's stopping me. But yeah, and then, coming from a design background, my hope for the business overall, like I love perfume, I love making it. But I would love to make Libertine. I would love to make this business, I guess, a larger world with, some home goods. I'm already kind of with the incense doing it, but home goods, maybe just other things that reflect the type of beauty that I want to see in the world.
אז בעצם הוא אומר שיש משהו שקצת מגביל אותו, היה לו ויכוח נורא גדול לגבי הטריידמרק שלו, ומי שעקב אחריו בטוח יודע ושמע על הסיפור הזה, ואחת הבעיות זה להיכנס לשוק בארצות הברית, כשאתה אין לך את הסימן המסחרי, אתה לא יכול באמת להיכנס לשם ולעשות את זה, ובעצם הוא אומר שהוא מאחל לעצמו בשנים הקרובות להיות יותר עם דברים של בית, כאילו כרגע הוא עשה את הקטורת וזה חלק מזה, אבל זה עוד משהו שהוא רוצה לעשות, שהוא רואה את המותג שלו כחלק מזה. And for the end, I just want to ask you, I forgot to ask you at the start, I saw in your website that you talk about the connection to nature, and what do you do? How do you see yourself in the sustainability issue that everyone talks about? And what do you mean I see myself a part of nature and my perfume? What do you want people who buy your perfume to feel like? I mean, how do you want them to connect to you?
Yeah, I think nature has been a tricky subject, and sustainability, I think, is a tricky subject. And I think a lot of companies are willing to just slap the label of sustainable on it. But perfume is really at the forefront of climate change and some of the issues with materials. So things are becoming more expensive or being harder to find. And I think there'll be more and more of that. So I don't think there's an easy answer to kind of where any perfume company stands on sustainability. But yeah, for kind of myself and customers personally experiencing nature, they're not all natural scents that I make, but I want them to be naturalistic. I want them people to remind them usually of places outdoors, as a way to take themselves there, and maybe some sense of healing or just well-being when they wear the scents, and create that connection to those places.
אז בעצם הוא אומר, כל הסיפור הזה של קיימות זה בהחלט משהו שמדאיג את כולנו בעולם הביסום, המחירים בשמיים, קשה להשיג דברים, וברור שחברות גדולות יקפצו וידביקו את השם הזה אליהם, אבל זה לא כזה פשוט למותג לשמור רק על קיימות, כמובן שכולנו מנסים. החיבור של הטבע, אז נכון, הפסמים לא טבעיים, וזה בסדר גמור, אני לא בעד, אלא הוא אומר שמבחינתו, כשאדם קונה את הבושם שלו, הוא רוצה שהבושם יהיה ריאליסטי ככל היותר לחוויה שלו בטבע, לחיבור הזה של בין האדם לבין החוץ, והחוויות שלו בחוץ, וה-well-being שלו, והתחושה הטובה הזאת שיש לו. So, Josh, I can wish you only good luck, and thank you very much for joining us. I hope maybe some shop will buy your perfume to Israel, and
Awesome.
it will be easier for us, I wish. So thank you for your time and for everything. You don't know how happy I am that you agreed to come. So thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you for having me, and for everyone who's tuned in and watched. I really appreciate being able to speak with you today.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.